welcome back to another vlog. I'm sitting here and it's gonna be another sad one, but first, before we get into that, I'm just gonna give you guys a quick update on where I've been and what I've been up to. I've been busy spending my time doing this paranormal investigating. I have Ghost Allies Paranormal. I have my YouTube channel. Go check that out if you're interested. So I've been cranking out videos on that every week, every Friday. I just started a new YouTube channel, more vloggy like stuff for all my adventures. The Afterlife Explorer, go check that out. I also have a history channel that I just recently started over the summer, Under the Elms. More local history to my area, but you can go check that out if you're interested in that stuff as well. So I've been diving into a lot of other things that I have a lot of interest in. The main reason why I stopped vlogging about my animals and stuff is I felt like everything was just kind of, every vlog, every video was just the same. It was just me feeding my animals, and I kind of just got bored. I just got bored with it. I still love my animals. I still plan on doing more vlogging here with them, of course. But I took a break to focus on my other things, and sometimes it's good to take a break and step back sometimes. You know, also, things that I'm into, your interests change over time too, right? So I became more and more focused on my paranormal investigating, and I kind of got out of this Moses. But everyone's doing great. I'll show you guys right now how everyone is doing. Well, Lars here is doing great. He's the same. Lars is always good. As long as he's got food, he's happy. He doesn't like... During the summertime when it was warm, he would always be scratching at the side to come out. He's no longer doing that. I'm thinking that's due to the colder weather out now. Now that's fall. I'm pretty sure he knows. You can feel the temperature change, the biometric pressure, all of that. So, but just wanted to show you Lars. He's been doing really well. No problems at all with him at all. And I feed him every other day. I fill that bowl up with some leafy greens for him, and he eats and he sleeps. He eats and he sleeps on repeat. And that's what his life consists of. Here's our pretty girl Cosmo. She's doing really well as well. Also, she's doing about the same as always too. She's just being cute. Still eating her mealworms and dubia roaches, and she's still very friendly, very personable. She loves her attention. As you saw, she was coming up to the front because she saw that I was here. So she's doing great. You might be noticing over here that there's an enclosure missing, and fortunately I wasn't able to make a video about this yet. I actually tried to and accidentally deleted it because I thought I had already used it, and it turns out I didn't. So unfortunately, Cookie, my crested gecko, has passed away during the summertime. I think the heat was just too much for her, and she just succumbed to the extreme heat because I don't have AC in here. Moses is doing fantastic. Oh, Moses wants to come say hi. Hello, Moses. Say hi to everyone. Say hi to everyone. Get pretty face. Look at that pretty face. How can you not love a face like that? Look at you. Look at you, sweetie. Blep. Love you. Love you. I boop her with my nose. I touch my nose to her nose. His nose, not her. It's him. Anyways, all my snakes are doing quite well. Julius here. I do had a nice shed, as you can see, just recently. I was waiting to film this to take this out, so let's do that. Oh God, it's way back here. Alright, well I think I got most of it. Nice shed from Julius. On my list is I have to clean all of these out, all of these enclosures out, and completely replace everything. Well, I'm not gonna get everything, but whatever, good enough. I'll worry about it when I can use both of my hands when I'm not filming. I need to do a whole change. As you can see, Joker here kind of blew up his whole thing on his last shed. No stuck shed on him though, which is good. Here's one his last sheds. I've been just keeping the sheds in there because I need to do a clean out anyways. And I use Reptile Prime and I ran out. The last bag of Reptile Prime I had is right there. I hung up to commemorate Brian. So I need to get another bag of Reptile Prime. I haven't changed any of this in quite a while. All year long, actually, I don't think. It's been since I've changed any of the bedding or anything. So it's time for a good clean out of everything. I'm more or less usually spot clean, but now it's getting harder to do that, and you know, it's time to just clean everyone out, clean everything out. And here's No Feet. He has some stuck shed on him from the last shed, so I'm working on getting that off of him. But everyone's doing well. Oh, here's Franklin. He's out and about all the time now. I'm very glad that he is not, you know, for a good 2 years, maybe even 3 years, he wouldn't eat anything at all. And now he's like a mean green eating machine. Both leafy greens, and worms, mealworms, and insects, and earthworms. I haven't tried dubia roaches with him yet, but I want to. Next time I get dubia roaches, I'm going to try those. I'm sure he'll love those. And that's his pond right there, which I've been cleaning out weekly, and it already looks like shit again, so I got to dump that again. Every time he eats, he goes in there and, you know, defecates in it. You know, doing turtle things do, but he's going in and out on his own. He's a free roam because it's hard to keep him contained, and I don't really have a space for an actual enclosure, but, you know, he has everything he needs. Just roaming around. The only thing that I'm concerned about is light, but he doesn't like light. Like, I set up like a light for him and he avoids it, so... and that's what was my problem was when I had him in an enclosure. I think That's the reason why I kept trying to get out in the enclosure, because he didn't like the light. So, whatever. You know, I'm not gonna argue with him. Kids these days, right? Kids. And over here we have Ripple, my newest addition that you saw the video of me getting earlier this year. He's doing fantastic. I'm still gonna change this over to a natural aquarium at some point. I haven't gotten the stuff I need for that yet. I've been I had other things that I've been getting, so you know, I can only afford so much at once. But he's doing well. I got my pothos plant here, snake plant here. Those are new, since you know, they're not animals, but they fit with, you know, the channel. And speaking of fish, so I left you on, I was talking about I was going to build a fish tank, which I haven't done anything with yet. Well, I guess I have. I got this stand earlier this month. So I ordered this off Amazon and I put this together. A nice opening stand. Just perfect for a 10-gallon tank. So I have this that I'll be working on eventually. It probably won't be till spring next year till I actually put fish in it. But I'm slowly getting the stuff I need for this. Again, like I said, I just have had other expenses and more important things that I want to get first before I focus on anything like this or more live animals and stuff like that. So that's the plan here. It's still going. I just haven't gotten there yet because everything's expensive. And same goes with Cosmo's enclosure. I was going to do it with Cookie's and Cosmo's enclosure. Now Cookie is no longer with us. I'm still going to do it with Cosmo's enclosure and Cookie's old enclosure and get something new for that enclosure as well. So, like I said, it just hasn't been a priority to me. I've had more important things to focus on and to work on. That's why you haven't seen me vlog very much. Now, let's feed Ripple some of these that I've been feeding him. He's been liking them. Let me... I usually try to crush them with my fingers before I put them in there. I didn't do a very good job that time. He'll get them once they soak up some water, and it'll be a lot easier for him. Oh, now it's falling, falling. But he's very happy in here. There's also been some algae growing in here, which I like because it makes it look more natural, you know? I think it's good for him too, because now it's a little bit more established. Being in the window helps with that too. Well, it makes the algae grow, but I think I like it. It makes it more natural, in my opinion. And it's actually good for them. It's healthy for them, you know? So I know a lot of people don't like algae, but it's natural. It's in all the natural bodies of water. Where there's sunlight, there's going to be algae. Yep. There's my buddy Ripple, or Ripley. I can call him Ripley too. So there you have it, guys. That's just a quick little update on everyone here. You know, unfortunately, we did lose Cookie over the summer, sadly. But you know what? What can you do? Some things you're not in control of. No matter how much you try to avoid stuff like that, sometimes it's just unavoidable. In my situation, as I said, Cookie died during the summer, and I believe it to be due to the heat. And you know, I was even misting her cage down multiple times a day, and even more on the hotter days, to try to avoid that. And I don't have air conditioner here, and it usually stays around 80 in here, ambient temperature. In the winter time, it'll go down to 75, and that's usually the coldest it usually gets in here is 75. It always feels colder in the winter, but no, it doesn't get below 75, maybe 74 at the very lowest. But nothing that's going to hurt my animals. And in the summertime, that's different because the heat I can't control that. So if it's 100 degrees outside, in the 90s, whatever, it's going to be at least 90 degrees in here, and there's nothing I can do about it. So, you know, as much as I would like to think that, you know, maybe if I misted Cookie's enclosure down more, it would have prevented her death from happening, but I don't know if it would have or not. But there's, there's as a reptile owner, you guys can relate. There's always this, oh, what if I did this differently? Oh, what if I did that differently? Oh, what if I was better doing this? What if, and you always beat yourself up mentally, and that's just how it is when you have an animal, especially when you really don't know a cause of the death. And that's really what's happening here. Just because I'm speculating it to be heat doesn't necessarily mean that it was due to heat. That's just the only thing that I can think of that would have caused her death, because I was feeding her and I was misting her down. So I don't think it was any of those things. That's what led me to, believe it was the heat. But anyhow, we're not going to get into that anymore. But unfortunately, there is more bad news. Well, if you're in the reptile community, you already know. We lost Dingo, Dinkelman. I just got the news when I woke up today and saw that, and I wasn't as connected to Dingo as I was to Brian Barczyk, but he was definitely another one of those great people, a great icon for herpetology and the reptile community. He had, much like Brian, he also had that very outgoing, such a great personality. Much like Brian, he was also very similar to Steve Irwin, with his outgoing, high energy and sense of humor. Sorry, someone's here. Sorry about that, guys. So I was just talking about Dingo. I don't remember exactly where I was, but he was one of the such an amazing soul, such a great, so many people in the reptile community look up to Dingo, and especially people in the venomous snake community, and he was very knowledgeable. His channel and his videos were always he was very informational, informative, and knows a lot about the different species, and he goes into detail, and you know, he knows each and every one of his snakes, different species, and not only is he just filled with loads of information, but his personality is high energy, super outgoing, sometimes comedic. You got to love Dingo. You can't not love Dingo once you find his videos and watch him. Even, I'm sure, you know, if you're into reptiles, and you look for reptile videos, I'm sure you know Dingo. And if not, you definitely have to know Dingo. Go watch all of his old stuff. He had a hard time there with YouTube. His old channel got taken down, and he had to essentially start over again, and that was really not fair. I don't think it was fair, because I don't see there was no reason for it. But his videos are so amazing, and once your first time seeing Dingo, you're going to be hooked right away, is what I'm saying. So for those who don't know who Dingo is, that's who Dingo is, and it's really, it's a shame. It's sad that he had to go. But we have to also think about his legacy and the impact he's had on a lot of people. How many people looked up to him. You know, he'll never be forgotten. Much like Brian Barczyk and Steve Irwin. I don't think they'll ever be forgotten. At least not by me. And that's where I'm going to end the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. A little bit of, it was more of a somber video, but I did give you that update at least, so you know, that's where I'm at right now, and say a prayer for Dingo's family, as they're going through this tough time right now. I'll see you guys in the next video. I will be honest, I don't know when that will be, but I think I'm going to try to be better about putting up videos again. I mean, I do have a lot that I want to do, but right now I don't know when. Okay, it requires me buying things, and everything else is so expensive, so when I get everything I need, who knows, like a little bit at a time. So whenever I got something else to blog about, you'll see it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys. Remember, treat all living things equally. God bless.